The hush girl. The first thing you noticed about her was the silence, not the kind of quiet that comes from shyness. No, this was the stillness of something wrong. She stood at the edge of the woods, barefoot in the dirt, her white dress streaked with rust-colored stains. Her lips were sewn shut with coarse black thread. Daniel froze, his breath hitching. He'd heard the rumors, the hush girl, they called her, the one who didn't scream when the dead started rising, the one who watched. She tilted her head, her hollow eyes locking onto his. Then, with a slow, deliberate motion, she raised a finger to her lips. Behind him, the forest erupted in wet, tearing sounds. Daniel turned just in time to see them, the things that had once been his neighbors. Their jaws unhinged, their bellies split open like overripe fruit. They moved in eerie unison, their groans muffled as if something were stifling them. The hush girl smiled behind her stitches, and then they were on him. Fingers clawed into his flesh, teeth sinking deep. He tried to scream, but his throat filled with something thick and heavy like wet cotton. The last thing he saw was the hush girl standing over him, her needle and thread glinting in the moonlight. She seemed to whisper, "No one screams here." 3 days later, Daniel woke up. His body was wrong. His skin was cold, his veins blackened beneath the surface. His tongue was heavy in his mouth, too heavy. He reached up, fingers trembling, and felt the rough pull of thread between his lips. Sewn shut, panic surged through him, but no sound escaped. He staggered to his feet, his vision swimming. The forest around him was unnervingly quiet, no birds, no wind, just the distant shuffle of dragging feet. And then he saw her again. The hush girl stood between the trees, watching. This time she held something in her hands, a tattered notebook, its pages smeared with blood. She tilted her head, then turned and walked deeper into the woods. Daniel followed. He had no choice. The trees grew thicker, the air heavier. The ground was littered with bodies, some fresh, some rotted, all with their lips sewn shut. And then he saw the source of the muffled groans. Dozens of them, hundreds, the dead, standing motionless, their hollow eyes fixed on a clearing where the hush girl now stood. In the center of the clearing was a massive, gnarled oak. Its branches hung with coiled threads, swaying like nooses. She opened the notebook and began to write. Daniel's vision blurred as memories that weren't his own flooded his mind. The town before the outbreak, the first screams, the way the hush girl had appeared the moment the dying began. She wasn't just a victim. She was the reason. The dead didn't rise on their own. She pulled them back. And now, as she lifted her needle and thread toward him, Daniel understood the silence wasn't just a curse. It was a gift, because the ones who screamed were the ones she took first.